What is going on YouTube? Today we have a pretty fun roulette battle against Ravage 656, and it was a pretty close battle, so I decided to upload it. It's pretty long, but it was also pretty close. So this is obviously a roulette battle, so we can't change our lead. So I led out with Gyarados, he led out with Roselia, and I'm just gonna go straight for the Avalanche. But unfortunately, he does have the focus sash, and he's gonna be able to get the 2 layers of Toxic Spikes up, unfortunately. So after he sacrifices his Roserade, and he's going to go out into his Rotom, so I'm going to switch out and go into my special wall kind of. Dino, it's max HP, max special defense, and with Regenerator, it can take special hits really well and just switch out and stay alive for a large majority of the battle. So I'm going to go for the Yawn, trying to make him switch, and even if he doesn't switch, I'll be happy with a Sleeping Rotom. So he's going to switch out and go into his Virizion. And I'm going to switch out and go into my Uxie as he goes for the Swords Dance. And I'm just going to go for the Yawn too against his Virizion. So this is going to give me an opportunity to set up the Stealth Rock. And he's going to bring out his Crocodile. And I'm fearing the Crunch, so I'm going to switch out. But he goes for the Pursuit. Good play on his part. But unfortunately, I do carry a lot of defense EVs on my Uxie. So that's not going to be a 2-hit KO, even if I stayed in. So I'm going to go into my Gyarados because it is pretty bulky, even though it is banded, because I wanted to get that Intimidate up. And he's going to go into his Poliwrath, predicting the Water Absorb. But I'm going to switch out, go into my Cresselia, knowing I can take Poliwrath pretty well, even though I don't have any defensive EVs. Cresselia's already good bulk is really good just with max HP. So I'm going to switch back out into my Gyarados, knowing I can take any water or ice move that he wants to hit me with, and he would probably opt to go for the water move because it is stab. So I'm going to switch out and go into my Jirachi just in case he does have the ice or rock move, and he does have the Stone Edge, which I'm not even sure if Poliwrath can get that. I wasn't sure, but it apparently does now. So right here, I wasn't looking at the item that I had. I apparently gave my Jirachi the wrong item, but since I saw Trake, I automatically assumed I had the Choice Scarf, even though it showed me the leftovers the previous turn, but whatever. I am going to just go for the Iron Head, try to flinch axe him, but he switches out and goes into his Rotom. So right here, I am going to go for the U-turn, thinking that it's going to be able to take it out because I am max attack. Even though I'm Jolly, I am still max attack. So I'm going to switch out, U-turn out into my Cresselia as he goes for the Power Fire, probably because I had Jirachi out, and that's the only logical move he could go for. So right here, I am going to go for the Ice Beam just to finish it off. But he goes out into his Starmie, which is pretty unfortunate for me, because I can't really touch it because I accidentally gave this thing Recycle without the red card. So it's pretty much has a useless move on my Cresselia. So I'm going to go out into my Taboon and just to get some HP with Regenerator as he goes for the Rapid Spin. And because he did go for the Rapid Spin, I didn't want to stay in and go for the Yawn because I could have died to the Surf with the poison damage. So I'm going to go out into my Cresselia just to get some Toxic on this Starmie, trying to make it switch out. And I do have Rest on this Cresselia, and I do also have Heal Belt on my Dino, so that's a pretty good combination in a roulette battle because you don't usually get combos like that. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam just to do a little bit more damage, trying to force him to switch out. And fortunately for me, he is going to switch out right here and go into his Poliwrath, and I'm just going to go for the rest, thinking that he would have stayed in and gone for a Surf, so that would have put me at a bad amount of HP. So I was kind of forced to go for the rest. So I'm going to stay in, see what he wants to do, and he decides to go for the Stone Edge, predicting my Gyarados to come in because the rain was up. And I wouldn't really want to take a Waterfall that well. So he's going to go out into his Crocodile, and I'm just going to stay in, see what he wants to do. I know I can live a Crunch pretty well because I do have, like I said earlier, max HP. But he gets a crit, so that kind of sucks, because I'm going to be forced to switch out right here. And I decided to go into my Jirachi because even though Gyarados can take the Crunch better, my Jirachi does have leftovers. So he's going to go for a Crunch, and that's going to leave me with a little bit amount of HP, but I do have the Ice Punch to finish him off, so that is really good for me. And so he's gonna go out into his Brazion, and I'm just gonna stay in as Death Fodder, and he's gonna go for safe Leaf Blade, knowing I'm at a low amount of HP, enough for him to take it out, and close combat would be kind of risky because of the defense drops. So I'm gonna go for the Avalanche as he brings out his Starmie, and because he did bring out his Starmie, I'm pretty sure that it carries the Thunderbolt. So I'm gonna switch out and go back out into my Aladino as he goes to the Rain Dance, and I'm thinking maybe he doesn't have the Thunderbolt, and he might have the Thunder because he does have the Rain Dance. So maybe if the rain isn't up, I can probably stay in and hope for a miss. So I'm gonna go for a Yawn right here because I can't really take a bunch of surfs consecutively with this poison. So right here I'm going to switch out and go into my Cresselia because I want to heal up on some HP. And I know I could have lived a Rain Dance Surf. And he's going to go for Thunderbolt, predicting my Gyarados to come in. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to go for the rest. But I decide to go for the Ice Beam, thinking that he might want to stay in, and I just wanted to get a little bit more damage. But he is going to switch out, get that natural cure ability activated, and I'm gonna just switch out and go back out into my Guitarra because I didn't want to take a Surf, and I just wanted to take a Thunderbolt instead. So right here I'm just trying to stall him out with not really stall him out, just trying to ease the pain with Yawns and Wishes, because I don't really have any offensive Pokemon on this team because it is a roulette and I randomly picked a bunch of Pokemon. He randomly picked for me. So it is a pretty defensive team. So I'm just going to go for the Heal Bell after the Wish so that the poison wouldn't have finished me off. And he's going to go for a Surf, and Rain Dance Surfs isn't going to be doing a whole lot to my Audino because, like I said earlier, max special defense. And so I'm going to switch out and go into my Gyarados, knowing that he's probably going to switch out, or knowing that he's probably going to go for the Surf because he did have the rain up. And so right here I am going to just go for the Earthquake. It would do a ton of damage to his Virizion, and I didn't want to go for the Waterfall, giving him the opportunity to get the Water Absorb ability activated and force me to switch out because I am banded. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake, and because he does resist it, that's not going to be able to 2-hit KO. And so he finishes me off with a Leaf Blade. So right here I am going to just go out into my Uxie and live that Leaf Blade and just go for the Yawn. And I live that barely with 22 HP, and I'm hoping he switches out so I can set up my Stealth Rock. Or no, not my Stealth Rock, so I can go for the U-turn. What the flip? But instead I go for the Light Screen. So right here I know I can take a Surf, but I decide to go for the U-turn because I don't really have any other attacking moves, and if I went for the Stealth Rock it would have been pretty useless and I would have wasted a free turn of Light Screen. So he's gonna go for the Surf, and it is rain boosted, so I'm gonna be forced to go for the Wish. And right here, all he has left is his Starmie and his Virizion, and I have 3 Pokemon, my Audino, my Uxie. I have 4 Pokemon actually, my Audino, my Uxie, my Cresselia, and my Suicune. So I'm going to go for the Wish, knowing I could have lived a Radiance boosted Surf with the Light Screen up. And he's going to go for Leaf Blade, and I know I can take this pretty well, so I'm going to go for the Toxic. And I could have gone for the Ice Beam, but I didn't want him to stat up on me, and if he had boosted up enough, then he would have easily been able to take me out with Leaf Blades and close combats. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam right here as he goes for the Swords Dance, and I know I can live another Ice Beam and potentially finish it off with... I know I can live a Leaf Blade and potentially finish it off with an Ice Beam. So he goes for Leaf Blade, and he gets another crit on me, so that's the second crit that he got on me, so it really sucks. I could have really used that Cresselia against his Starmie because it wouldn't have gotten poisoned from the Toxic Spikes. So right here I go into my Audino, trying to force him to go into close combat, and I really needed my Audino to take on that Starmie better, and I wanted to get some regeneration HP so that it can take this upcoming Leaf Blade if he decides to go for the Leaf Blade, because I went into my Suicune hoping that he would go for the Leaf Blade because I could easily take a close combat. So I do take that Leaf Blade pretty well. I was hoping I would take it a little bit better, but I don't have any defensive ease on this Audino. So I'm going to go for the Yawn right here, knowing that I can take this Surf. And if you went for the Rain Dance, then he would be asleep, so I could just go for the Heal Bell to get rid of the poison. So now I'm forced to switch out and go into my Suicune as I got the Yawn out, so that's really good for me. I'm going to go for a Calm Mind, knowing I could take that Thunderbolt pretty well. And now I'm at +1, and I really want to get another Calm Mind up, and because he is going to have a guaranteed turn of sleep due to the sleep mechanics this generation, I am just going to go for another Calm Mind, and he could wake up this turn, and if he, because he's faster than me, he could get off 2 Thunderbolts and 1 turn of Poison before I'm able to rest, so I want to go for the rest right there, and unfortunately he didn't get the 1 turn wake up, he got the 2 turn, so that's pretty good for me. And so right here I am asleep for 2 turns, but I did get up to +2 special defense, so his Thunderbolts are only doing about 50-60 damage. And now I wake up, and a Surf is about a 3 to 4 KO depending on min or max damage, and his Thunderbolts aren't doing that much damage, and I could go for the rest right here because I do have pressure and he doesn't have a lot of Thunderbolts left, so I decided to just go for the offensive because him getting a crit isn't going to occur that often since he already got a few in this game. So right here I'm just going to finish him off with another Surf, but he got a crit? Alright, so he's going to get a crit, and that is going to be the game. Go check him out. His channel is going to be in the description, and hope you guys enjoy the battle, and I'm out. Peace.